Yeah, that thing tight, boy.
What's going on, dude? Cheers.
What's up, man? Cheers.
Damn, it's good to be in this
It
motherfucker,
is,
man.
man.
I fucking really look forward to this. It's
It
just
is.
something about like
Oh, that's a nice beer.
having a couple beers before you get in here, and it's like you just get excited for it. It's
Yeah,
so
for
much
sure.
fun, man. I enjoy it.
It's a whole vibe.
It's just about the culture.
It's kind of
man.
a whole vibe. We're vibing.
How you been?
You know, we just motherfucking doing the thing.
For sure.
Eating healthier,
Yeah.
drinking more water, drinking about 25 beers a day. That might be a problem. That might detriment. I've already lost 7 pounds in the last week or two. 2 weeks.
Nice. You was getting a little. You was putting on some lbs.
Nah, I wasn't getting too
Just
bad.
for a little bit. I've noticed a difference. For sure.
My fart smell worse. I can assure you that.
Is it because of the IPAs or is it because of the clean eating?
No, I meant they used to. They smell better now.
They
They smell.
have to, yeah.
I'm not
I
as
feel
like gassy.
I feel like once you make that first transition between like eating healthy and not, your body's like, what the fuck is
There's
all
gonna be
this
less
lettuce
toilet
and
talk on this one. We need to do
Yeah.
less toilet talk on this one.
Yeah.
There was a lot last episode.
Was it really?
Yeah. Yeah. I won't just say what I described last. I'll tell you in a second. But
Okay, well then let's
yeah,
do
it
it.
was just a lot of toilet talk. So what's up, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm feeling good.
We got to go to the Slice and eat some pizza and fucking some garlic knots. Jesus Christ, dude.
Dude, there's no better place for wings around here, I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've had wings fucking every place you can have wings. Like, and that,
Yeah.
like, I think the main part of their wings
so hot.
is that they come
Yeah,
out
temperature.
like almost falling off the bone. Like, they're so
Oh, yeah, for sure.
steamy, you know.
Like smoke is coming off these fucking
yeah, they're
wings.
steaming. So, like, and I've only tried the buffalo wings there. I've never tried, like I did
I've
try, like, garlic
had-
parm once.
I had mango habanero and they weren't that good.
Yeah.
But the fucking buffalo, that's a good wing.
So, when this comes out, the Eagles would have already won the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna try to get it out actually by like 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and edit it today. So
Okay, nice.
So hopefully this comes out before the Super Bowl. But just so you know, we are recording this on the 11th of February. So the Super Bowl's on the 12th. And I got my prediction, the score prediction. Do you have one, or you can come up with one on the spot? I'm sure.
I'm gonna go 31-28 Eagles.
I was gonna say 31-27 Eagles. I think that if it were 31-38 or 31-28, then it's because the Eagles would have to score last. I think the Chiefs are going to get the ball last, but they're going to be down by a touchdown, and they're not going to be able to score in the fourth quarter.
Damn. Maybe. I like that.
So I think 2 field goals by the Chiefs, 1 field goal by the Eagles. I think the Eagles go for it on 4th down at one point where they should have kicked a field goal, and they don't get it. I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game. I think the over-under was like 50.5 or something like that.
Do you remember when? Yeah, I think it was.
So I said it was going to hit under, but I think it'll hit over.
Last time I looked, or when it opened up, I know the Eagles were favored by 1.5. But
yeah, it still is.
Is that what it's still?
Yeah.
It's going to change probably by tomorrow. I would imagine people throwing in money. The big time bettors, once they start throwing like 5 million, 10 million in, everybody follows those guys, and they'll throw that money in too on. And then the line will start shifting kind of crazy at the last little second.
It's a huge weekend for sports, man.
It is. And also, when you listen to this, Alexander Volkanovski will have already beaten Makachev.
I hope.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited about that one,
Yeah.
too. We don't have to spend too much time on it because
Well, no, I actually wanted to pivot into my album of the week.
Nice.
So, it's been like a month since we've done an album of the week. I've been listening
I wasn't
to
expecting you.
Atlanta Rhythm Section a lot lately.
Okay.
So I'm back on some Southern rock. I was listening to Black Crowes. I was listening to Wolf Mother a little bit. But then I went over to Gabby's house on Wednesday. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. And Gabby's dad's listening to Atlanta Rhythm Section. I'm like, dude, I didn't realize these guys were this fucking good. So then I've been on a fucking binge like the last 2 or 3 days. And their album, A Rock and Roll Alternative, is a phenomenal fucking album.
Okay.
Like some really good like Southern rock riffs and like some fucking bluesy, like blues influence, like jazz influence, like great bass lines, great drum, like everything is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a really good album. Something like 8 or 9 songs too, so everything's just a hit.
Would you rather be able to be a lyrical genius or be a grandmaster in any instrument of your choice?
So we kind of had this conversation at the end of last podcast.
Did we?
It wasn't that question. I think the question was kind of like,
I remember asking something like that. Now let's bring it up.
I just burped and something about came up with it. So I got to be careful.
Oh, them chicken wings.
Yeah. It's the garlic, really. Sorry. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, last week we're talking about on the podcast. Like, would you rather like listen to music that was only instrumental, or like?
Oh, we did talk about that. Yeah,
or like
I remember that.
Only with music with vocals, and of course, I think I would rather be a instrument master.
Me too.
Because I think that is harder. I think that takes more years of practice.
Me too. Yeah, Heather and I was having this conversation last night.
What'd Heather say?
She went the other way. She was like, you could eventually – it might take 10 years.
That's
it takes
true.
10 years to become a master at anything, usually.
But vocals, I feel like you need genetics.
You might not – well, it's just like not necessarily good vocals, but like a lyrical genius. Like you would be like a Bob Dylan or like –
okay. I thought you were saying a good vocal. Okay, well, I don't know then. Hold on.
You could like – you have that gene of like whatever you write turns to fucking – gold lyrically, but
then I'll take vocalist.
But will you be able to mix your subpar musician skills with lyrics?
I'm gonna take the lyrics then.
I think I'm gonna take the. Still gonna take the instrument.
The reason I'm taking the lyrics is because I want to be rich. And if anything you write turns to gold, I mean, really, you just gotta fucking like learn like 4 chords, and you're gonna be
100%.
You're gonna be topping the charts like pretty fucking quick.
I mean,
especially with how like huge, like if you've got it, it's pretty easy to get popular. I feel like right now.
Yeah,
and that's why we're not.
But yeah, like the common chords like D minor, G major, A minor, A major. Like
I would say like if I had to pick 4 chords,
yeah.
Me and the guy from work were actually talking about this, so we had a whole fucking 2-hour discussion about 4 chords that you would have to pick to play for the rest of the time.
Mine would be G, D, A minor, and C.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said too.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what I said too.
Yeah,
I think I just said that, or instead of D, E minor, or E major.
E major would be right on that line for me too.
Because that's that fucking dun.
Yeah, that's that good shit. Yeah, that's that good shit, man.
Yeah, I think definitely a G, definitely a C, maybe an F.
F is weird because F is kind of like
chord.
Yeah, F is also like, you know, it's like Hurt Johnny Cash is like that weird like just feels like drawn out. Like
C is like a given. Like C is like probably the most important chord in acoustic guitar. C and G.
C and G, yeah. D too though. D might be the most.
But that's for like a lot of major songs.
Anytime you lighten something up, it's usually with D.
I'm not going to use the D. That's what I'm saying. I think I like those like sadder songs, like the sadder acoustic songs.
Yeah. Yeah. A minor too.
A minor, F, C, and G maybe.
Yeah, and A major too though is pretty.
That's good.
Yeah, it's another one I never really liked the way an A major sound on a guitar because like.
So that's because you were using all 3 fingers. If you just bar it sounds better.
That's like I always like can never figure out which one I liked more. Like barring it is definitely the way to go.
It sounds better.
But I feel like I can never really get that last little bottom string
without getting the fucking high E.
It's just like it's aggravating. It's a little technique, but.
Yeah, I gotta start playing guitar again, man. I was playing for like a few days there, and then I just stopped. So hard.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking. For me, I just love instruments so much.
I understand that.
I'm going. I don't care about the
problem is like
breaking it down
so
or whatever.
Many fucking musicians that are phenomenal instrumentalists, but they never go anywhere.
Yeah, because you can't write.
And like realistically, I'm gonna choose the path of being able to pursue a career in that. And I think with lyrics,
that makes sense.
With lyrics,
that makes
sense.
Now,
if money's not involved, I'm taking an instrument all day.
Yeah, just to be able to be a grandmaster at piano though, or like guitar. I mean, you can pick multiple instruments, but I think those are the 2 for me.
Though, if you're that good, you're gonna. There's no way you don't just fucking.
You can write a hit.
Yeah,
you can write a hit. I think.
Yeah, maybe
it might not be a hit, but if you're a grandmaster
or some kind of like YouTube guy or something like that,
you could at least tour around and like make money off.
You look at like, dude, YouTube is fucking wonderful. YouTube, like any like social media is so good for shit like that because. Oh, sorry, that garlic. Because you can just make money off of all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can just go on YouTube. If you're that good, you're going to get viewers.
Yeah.
You're going to get viewers. You're going to get subscribers. You're going to get all that. So
what happens if you only get 4 views?
That's because your friends don't actually love you.
Cheers.
Talking about something else. Cheers. Man.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers. It's good.
It would suck to only have 4 views, but hey.
I don't think it would.
No, I'm just messing.
I don't think it would. I think it would be awesome to have only 4 views.
Yeah, I think
that's 4 more than we want.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's 4 more than we expected.
Dude, so I was thinking the other day, I was like, who would play us in a biopic?
A biopic?
A biopic about, like, on our lives. So, like.
Oh, that's interesting.
I thought about it for, like, a couple minutes, and for you, I was thinking Dak Shepard.
Dak Shepard, I could see that.
Yeah,
I can see that for sure.
I was like, yeah, I can see Dak Shepard.
He's a very like happy-go-lucky guy.
Yeah, but he's also he's kind of goofy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Oh man, I had to sit here and think about this.
Yeah.
My first thought is somebody that's got like a fucking crooked teeth.
For sure.
I'm sorry. That's the low blow. I shouldn't have done that.
Dude, for me, I was like, I could see like Vince Vaughn playing my character.
Maybe,
but I think the one that I really got to that I think would play me the best is Jason Segel.
Jason Segel would be really good.
Yeah.
Jason Segel would be
really
good.
I think he's like would be more my.
Yeah. So. I'd have to think about that. I'd have to think about that for sure. Because if we're obviously like comedy is where you first went to.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
And then he's like the fucking Rush guy. And it's kind of funny because I was thinking like Paul Rudd would obviously be able to play either one of us great.
Yeah,
but
Paul
it just
Rudd's,
wouldn't look right.
Yeah, it just wouldn't look right. So you kind of got to make it look right, but also
Dak Shepard and Jason Segel would be fucking hilarious together.
That'd be a good fucking
combo.
Yeah.
I love Dak Shepard. I like him a lot.
I like Jason Segel too.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. I love you, man. It's so good. That's a gym.
It's a gym.
Or maybe fucking Stifler. That'd be good to play me. That'd be fucking
Shawn William Scott.
Yeah, Shawn William Scott.
Shawn William Scott.
I would like Shawn William Scott to play me.
Yeah, dude, that scene in Old School where Will Ferrell shoots himself in the dark. He's like,
and he falls into the pool,
and he's like, "Whoa, man!" And then Shawn William Scott has the mullet. He's like, "Awesome!"
That's me. That's so me. Dude, I would love for Shawn William Scott to play my character in a movie. That'd be
Shawn
amazing.
William Scott is one of those people you almost forgot about.
Dude,
you know, he's in so
Role Models is
much
so good.
gold comedy.
He was in fucking Role Models, in Jay and Silent Bob.
He was in Jay and Silent Bob?
Yeah, he was the he was
the
dude in the back of the van. He was playing the guitar.
Okay. I haven't seen those since in like 15
years. You remember whenever Jay and Silent Bob, they end up hooking up with the fucking girls that are like...
Yeah, and they're in like that van, yeah.
Yeah, so Shawn William Scott's in the back. And
Boo
he's
Boo
like,
Kitty Fuck.
No, that's the girl.
Yeah.
So Shawn William Scott's in the back, and he's like this fucking hippie guy that's trying to get laid. And he's playing the guitar, but he's not like a hippie guy. He's like a super nerd. That's like super feminist,
I
like
kind of remember this.
Anti-animal abuse. And he makes up a song, and it's like him talking about fucking like the monkeys getting tested on. And he's like, "Hey there, Mr. Science Guy.
Okay, this is really coming back.
Don't spray that aerosol in my eye."
This is all coming back.
And then Jay tries to like be like, "Hey, would you ever fuck a sheep, man?" And then he's like, "Nah." He's like, "Well, so let's say you were like another sheep, like you were a male sheep." And he's like, "I guess I'd fuck the sheep." And he goes, "Hey, this guy just said he'd fuck a sheep, you dirty sheep fucker." And he throws him out of the back of the van. It's so fucking good, dude.
The first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Clerks is fucking what's his name? The main character. Not
Jay.
Jay. Oh. Jay is like got the
bad.
trench coat.
That's a bad brain fart.
It is. And he has his dick tucked in. And he's like spread out.
Clerks is so fucking genius, man.
The Clerks. Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob. Dogma was good with Matt Damon.
Oh, I never actually watched that.
Dogma was good.
You know how else I forget was it Chris Rock or Chris Tucker that was in? I always forget them confused for some reason. I guess because their name is both Chris. That was in Jay and Silent Bob. He was the fucking film director.
Oh, I don't remember. I remember Will Ferrell was in one of them, but he was like the sheriff.
I think he was in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Yeah, it was like Strikes Back. Yeah,
because he was the guy. He was the guy that was running after him
in the tunnel.
Yeah, and he fucking falls off.
No, that might have been like one of the first movies Will Ferrell was even in.
Wow, there's no way. No,
that was what
that was like maybe like that was late 90s. Yeah, he had to be in a movie before that.
Yeah, he had to be. But that's like one of the earliest ones I can remember him being in. You don't have the Wi-Fi hooked up yet, do you?
I did.
Oh, you did. You did last time, yeah.
Damn, dude, you just forgot last week happened.
Dude, I know these things. Like I've had so much going on.
But it's the alcohol.
Yeah, the alcohol don't help. But Yeah, I was wondering who would play. I think Dak Shepard, that was one that instantly came to mind for you. I think that would be a good one.
Criminal Hearts, Saturday Night Live film Criminal Hearts. That was his breakthrough role in a spy comedy.
Huh. Okay, when was Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back?
That was 95.
Okay, I said 96.
Jay and Silent Bob was 2001. That's what I was thinking. It was like late 90s, maybe 2000s. It was 2001.
Oh, okay.
Clerks was the 90s.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Clerks and Clerks 2. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That's
yeah,
funny shit.
Jay and Silent Bob, I guess,
was
pushing right around that.
What was it? Wasn't it in Super Troopers where the guy's wearing the trench coat and he keeps fucking flashing the other cop?
I don't know.
And he's in the alleyway. Yeah, because he's flashing the female cop from the other station that he's trying to get hooked up with. And he's like, and he's calling her, saying, "Hey, there's this guy outside." He's like, "Hey, there's a guy." He's pretending to be a woman. He's like, "Hey, there's a man out there flashing me," and then he's the one flashing. He keeps flashing her, and then he runs off. And he's on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, he keeps flashing the police department."
Oh,
and then he runs out and he
God.
flashes the girl, and he runs back. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah,
they don't fucking make comedies like they used to, man.
They don't. Yeah, the guy from The Hangover, who directed The Hangover, who also directed The Joker.
Yeah.
He moved away from comedies.
So
He said
crazy,
there's no money
man.
in it anymore. And he's really the one who created the last
great
good comedy,
yeah.
you know?
That's a fucking masterpiece.
Oh yeah. I mean, they kind of wore it out a little bit. Like
three. The third one was not good.
You really
1 and 2 was great.
You really only need one Hangover. I mean, the second one was good.
The second one
I remember liking it. And the third one, I was like, I didn't even watch it.
But the first one was genius, dude.
Oh, it was good. It was so
first
good.
One was genius.
Yeah. We fucked up.
Oh, we fucked
That's
up.
the opening scene. Is
dude,
like,
Bradley Cooper is such a fucking underrated actor.
He is.
I really like.
He's good.
So, that Bradley Cooper would be a good person to play Noah.
He's too confident.
You think so?
I think
Johnny Depp would be fucking.
I think.
I'm thinking about people that look like Noah.
Oh, it's Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham's playing Noah.
That's true. That's true. That's pretty
that's
accurate.
the comp, you know?
Shout out to Noah, man. He's listening to this. You need to watch Bo Burnham Inside. I know you still haven't. You fuck.
He hasn't watched that yet?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Did we talk about you going to the fucking WWE?
Yes.
Did we talk about that
Yes. Yep, we sure did.
So.
Anything you think you want to talk about in this one? We probably talked about it last week. Keep naming stuff.
Yeah, the Super Bowl. Volkanovski and Makachev.
John Jones. We talk about him?
Yeah, we did.
No, I'm just playing. I was just seeing what you'd say.
Yeah. What you think about this beer, dude?
It's pretty good. It's kind of refreshing. It's light.
It's the Pilsner. Palmetto Pilsner.
Tastes like a Pilsner. It's a little hoppy. It's like got some hops to it. Some hops.
Really? Add some more hops.
With the aftertaste, I feel like. But it's really good. It's very smooth.
Dude, speaking of actors.
Buttery smooth.
So your boy Leo.
Oh, God.
With a 19-year-old.
Yeah, that's his thing, I guess.
And like once they hit 25, he's like, "See ya."
He's
like, "You're out of here." Yeah, cut him off.
No, thanks.
Oh my god,
it's a little creepy.
It's definitely creepy.
It's a lot creepy.
It's a lot creepy. But
yeah.
But at what point is like she is obviously old enough to make her own decisions.
Yeah, she's a rich 19-year-old woman.
And
I would never refer to a 19-year-old as a woman.
Like say if the roles.
I would never refer to a 19-year-old as a man or a woman. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I understand, but like, when would you? Because like,
I don't know.
21. I mean,
I guess. It just
you're able to go into the army at like 18 or.
I mean, if someone's going into the military, I'm probably gonna refer to them as a man.
100%.
But if someone's still living at home playing video games and fucking like doing nothing, am I really gonna refer to them as a man?
No, but there's fucking grown men in 30s and 40s who do that. So
yeah, I guess it just really depends.
It gets fuzzy in any way you look at it.
Facial hair.
It gets funny any way you look at it, and like I don't think it's kind of weird because if the roles were reversed, and it was a 19-year-old man with like a 40-year-old woman,
everybody be like, hell yeah!
Everybody be high fiving the dude.
Yeah, that's accurate.
You know,
I mean, I'm sure all the girls are high fiving her.
Oh, for sure.
She's a Leonardo DiCaprio.
But like, you know, just take the stardom away from it, even though that is weird. Like, I think it is weird for like a 40-year-old man to date like a fucking teenager.
Yeah, I think it's probably, there's got to be a lot of manipulation going on there, I feel like.
I mean, for sure, like.
There's no way you're 50 years old. He's 50.
Yeah, he's got to be pushing.
He's 49.
Yeah, I figured like if he was 40-something, he would be like
pushing
50.
Or no, he's 48. I think he's like 29 years older than her.
God.
Listen to this. When she was in high school, is when the COVID pandemic was happening. She didn't even get she had a COVID high school.
Oh God.
That's how young she is.
That's so weird.
How could you relate to a person that way?
He ain't trying to relate.
What's he trying to do, Shawn?
I don't know. I'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
Leo, welcome to the Brew Podcast.
Awesome. I'd love to have him on. I'd ask him about that.
Yeah. I'd be like,
Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't.
So you give him a walk out.
Yeah,
Be
exactly.
Mad as hell.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah. At what point though? Like, think about it, because like,
I mean, I wouldn't want to date a 19-year-old.
No, but maybe she's into older men.
Yeah, maybe.
And is she old enough to make that decision for herself?
Oh, that's fine.
I think so.
That's fine with her, but like, I just feel like it's a little creepy with him for sure.
Oh, it's definitely creepy.
I just don't see.
But it's weird how, like, if there was a man in that situation where he was 14, and there was a woman who was
19.
40 or 19. I say 14.
You said 14.
19. Okay, yeah, definitely 19.
Not okay, yeah.
But if it was a man who was 19 and a woman who was like 50.
Yeah,
it would not even be a problem.
I guess so.
It would still be like,
oh no, that's absolutely right. Yeah,
we would laugh and be like, "Oh, that's kind of gross," whatever. But
I would probably have this.
But then it gets a little more sensitive when the roles are reversed.
See, for me, I think it's just as gross either way. We talked about this on our Brew Collar Bar Crawl.
We did, yeah, we did.
And I think it's just as gross either way, man.
And I mean, yes, fucking weird, man. But I do think that at a certain point, like, yes, she is grown enough to make her own decisions.
Oh, that's true. And I absolutely agree. I don't think that should be illegal for that reason.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Some people were like, I've seen a lot of people trying to like claim him as like a sexual predator.
18 is the right age.
I think
that makes sense.
A little extreme.
Yeah, that's just.
It's fucking weird.
That's the.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is.
But fuck, man,
it is for sure.
Yeah.
But to each his own, I guess. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it just
good.
Seems like
if that's what she's into, good for her. If she's into 40-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio,
if she's into 40-year-old guys with money,
I understand that. I mean, that's probably fair. I'm sure there's a lot of people that. I mean, you see this fucking like 30-year-old people that are like 70-year-olds. That's fucking gross.
That was always the dream. Is like
be with a 70-year-old.
No, as like a young man, you'd be like, man, if I can just get like a 40-year-old woman with a lot of money, and I don't have to do shit. I can just sit at home, play video games, and just like, yeah, fucker. That's all you gotta do. Invite your buddies over. You're like throwing parties.
What?
Okay. You don't care.
Yeah, you really don't.
You don't care. You're just there for the money.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, fucking like keg stands in the backyard. And there's like a fucking Olympic-sized pool.
Yeah,
and like fountains and fucking all that shit. Bottomless beers.
Oh, where did we go wrong? I'm just kidding. Bottomless beers. Beer's gonna come out.
Yeah, because she's got Leonardo DiCaprio money. So, hey, baby, can you just get me a pack of
only for 6 years?
Yeah, you only got 6 years. Yeah, once you hit 25,
enjoy it, bitch.
Yeah, enjoy it, bitch.
He's gonna be 75. Talking about, I got me a new 19-year-old girlfriend.
Eventually, it's gonna start going up though. At some point, he's gonna get like wrinkly and outdated, and then he's gonna be like, okay, I'm cool with 35-year-olds.
Yeah, maybe he's not though.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I mean, it happens to all of them. It happens to Jack Nicholson. It happens to Robert De Niro.
There's so many bitches out there that are like 20 years old with 70-year-old guys though, for the money.
100%. Maybe, yeah, you might be right.
Leonardo DiCaprio's got that fucking generational wealth.
He does. Yeah, that's strange. It could be true.
That's so weird.
You ever see the video of it's just like Robert De Niro's like one of my favorite actors, dude, and he's hollering at his wife. He's like, because she keeps spending his money, and that's why he had to do all like the bad grandpas, the fucking
Meet the Fuckers 8.
Yeah, all that shit. He goes, I keep having to do these dumbass movies because you keep spending all my goddamn money.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did they get a divorce?
Yeah, I think they did.
Okay.
I'm like, damn it, De Niro. Like when I think of Robert De Niro, I don't think of
a man struggling with marriage.
Bad Paw Paw or whatever the fuck he was in with Zac Efron. And
that was actually a funny-ass movie.
And like whatever was that weird animated movie he did where he was like a fucking vampire or some shit.
What?
Yeah, he was like a voice actor for something. It was weird. And
you thinking Hotel Transylvania?
No,
those are fucking good movies.
Yeah, it's Adam Sandler. I never watched them though.
Yeah, fucking hilarious. Adam Sandler and Steve Carell, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's gold. I watched
I
watched The Rise of Gru the other day.
Fucking awesome.
So good.
I talked about that whenever it came out in theaters.
I want to be a super villain. Everybody laughs at him,
and then he becomes a super villain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's really cool.
The Rise of Gru is a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah, I really like Despicable Me.
Yeah, they're great.
They're great.
It's Steve Carell. Steve Carell's awesome.
The fucking Office.
And then Jean-Claude Van Damme is in The Rise of Gru.
Oh, it's Claw.
Yeah, Jean-Claude
Van Damme.
That's it. He's actually him playing that character.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's him. Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Or he's either he's playing that
Claw.
character or he's playing the boxer guy, the old boxer. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either because I was kind of like in and out watching
I
it.
gotta see the cast of that again.
That was a good movie, dude.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Me and Gabby were gonna see that or the Black Phone, and we decided to watch that.
I wanna. Dang, the Black Phone was. Oh, I guess it was a couple months ago.
That's been a fucking.
I wonder how the Black Phone was.
We've been doing this goddamn podcast for 7 months.
Damn, it's been 7 months.
It's been 7 months, dude. We're on episode. This is episode 30 right now.
What month did we start? What month was it? 7 months ago.
You're asking the wrong guy. It's been more than 7 months. I think it's been 8 months because we've probably. I think we've skipped 2 episodes. We've skipped 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Total. So
one for that wedding, and what was the other one for?
I think one just didn't fucking post, and we ended up just not having one.
No, we
it was
made
something
up
like
for
that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was something like that, but yeah, 7.5 months right now. 7 months and 2 weeks.
Hell yeah, it's been a fun ride,
I think
dude.
so. Maybe more than that.
It's been fun. We're really excited to get some more guests on
No,
here
7
too.
months on the 8 months on the dot. It's 8 months on the dot right now.
Yeah.
30. We should be at episode 32 right now. We're on episode 30.
Fuck yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That doesn't count the testing and the fucking planning and shit. And
Dude, cheers.
Cheers to the podcast, man.
Cheers to the
God
fucking
damn.
podcast. And the people who are still fucking listening.
what's
'Cause
wrong,
we
with you?
have-
What's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with you? Yeah. But we do love you.
How many people got weeded out because of the me talking about my asshole and shitting?
Right from the gate? Because that's what opened it up, right? Or just you always talk
Just
about
in general,
shitting?
yeah.
I don't know. I don't. Never.
I feel like I'm sure some people are like, God damn, dude, why does he got to talk about that?
I don't know. I never really thought about
Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk about this shit till I die. I probably will. I'm gonna be 80 years old and with my
Talk about farts and
grandkids.
shit.
Like, damn, I hope that fart didn't follow me in here.
Oh, dude, the first girl I ever brought to the house.
Oh,
I mean, you probably remember.
this. I mean, we're playing Monopoly.
We're playing fucking Monopoly. The first girl, I finally got the gumption to bring a fucking
Oh,
girl
that's bold.
home
That's bold.
to our crazy family.
That's fucking bold.
You know, and we're just as fucking wild as they are. That's the funny thing. And
I don't know if we are.
I don't think we are.
That's the crazy
I don't
part.
think we are.
Y'all hear how we act and talk? Like, our parents might be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Whenever they were our age, I'm sure they were.
Oh, way crazier.
Yeah.
100%. But I finally got the guts
Just say
to like
anything.
bring this girl home, and we're playing Monopoly, and Mom walks in, and like
She like, went to go get her wine.
she
out
went
of
to go
the,
like grab me like
out
a
of the living
wine or
room,
something,
and she walks back into the kitchen.
and she says, "I hope that fart didn't follow me in here." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
And your girlfriend's laughing, and I'm laughing my ass off because I'm like fucking 8, and I'm like, "This is so funny."
It's so embarrassing, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
That's
if you
fucking
got if you
awesome.
got an embarrassing, bringing a partner home for the first time moment, put it in the comments section. I'm kind of interested to hear some of these.
Yeah,
people's
that
stories.
it would be fun, man. I've got I've got a pretty good one too, where you know the coffee table we have in our living room.
Yeah.
So, Gabby comes over for the first time, and for those that don't know, Gabby is Asian, and so she comes. She's Thai. She's half Thai, half Italian, and she comes to the house, and we're eating like spaghetti or something for the first night, and we're sitting there eating, and my mom goes, "You know that coffee table is a China table,"
Oh no.
and everybody gets quiet, and we look at her, and we're like, "Yeah, she's not Chinese." I said that.
Oh no.
And she's like, "Well, I didn't mean it like that." And I'm like, "I thought maybe she didn't. She said she didn't, but
Dude, you're gonna connect to the movie You People.
I gotta watch it, man. I gotta
So
fucking watch that.
much.
That's with Jean-Claude Van Damme to play Jean-Claude. Dolph Lundgren was in there too.
Who did he play?
He was the boxer.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so that was fucking.
Dude, Dolph fucking Lundgren.
I know, what a bad motherfucker.
Dude, that Rocky 4.
Ivan Drago.
Oh, what a bad motherfucker. That's
I
a
know.
bad evil. Like that's the bad like.
That's the evilest of evils.
Yeah, that was a good. Well, he seemed kind of. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say he seemed like a good guy, but he kind of just seemed like a robot. He seemed like the Russians like made this guy. He was just a product of their environment.
Well, it was a product of our environment. It's propaganda.
Yeah, for sure.
That's pulling against the Russians. That was a perfect time to put that fucking movie out.
Nah.
When did the Cold War end?
You asking the wrong motherfucker, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not a history buff?
I wish I was. I feel like I could get into history like
Yeah, I
that.
feel like I could too because I can get into anything for at least a fucking month.
Yeah, yeah, right. After that, I've done exhausted it, and think I know everything about it when I don't.
Yeah, I mean, of course. The Cold War ended in 91. When was Rocky 4? When was Rocky 4?
It was
Like
Rocky 4 had to be like 88.
85.
Okay.
So there you go. It's the fucking perfect time for the Cold War.
A couple years off.
Perfect time for the Cold War.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Hey, yeah. Oh, dude, Rocky. Yeah, Rocky was the shit. Remember, what was his name? Something Lane. Clubber Lane.
Clubber Lane.
That was fucking,
damn.
Mr. T.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He was a good fucking bad guy.
Then Apollo Creed was fucking awesome.
Apollo Creed was the best.
a good bad guy.
He was a good bad guy.
Yeah.
He was like
awesome.
It seemed realistic.
They became partners.
You have like the showboaty, and then he gets on fucking Rocky's side.
And then he dies.
Oh, it hurts, dude. It hurts.
It's so good,
because
man.
you you hated him, and then he was finally on your side. You're like, wait, we got this bad motherfucker helping Rocky train. Like,
that's Henry Cejudo and John Jones right now.
Yeah, it really is,
dude.
Have
you heard
Except
Habib talk about Henry Cejudo?
Yeah, he's
like
I mean, it's Triple C.
Khabib is like, yeah. People compare me to Henry Cejudo a lot, but Henry Cejudo is better than me. He's like, I never won an Olympic gold medal.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Dude, if Khabib is saying that, he's like, yeah, Henry Cejudo is a better wrestler than I am. A better grappler.
That's wild.
And he's training John Jones.
Oh, who's already
God.
like, I mean, that's what he does best.
And
is
John
wrestle.
Jones is like humble.
John Jones
he's like
one of the greatest wrestlers.
He's like, yeah, I can't wait to pick. He's like, I'm trying to be humble. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I'm trying to pick Henry Cejudo's brain. He's Triple C. And it's like
John Jones
acting like that is so scary.
John Jones took DC down. DC is like the best wrestler UFC has ever seen.
Impressive.
He's a gold medal wrestler.
Insane. He's insane.
And John Jones just like dumped him.
Who you taking in a wrestling match, Brock Lesnar or DC?
Oh my God, that's a good
That's
call.
wrong. That's wrong, right?
Yeah, I'm taking Brock Lesnar.
He's just so much bigger. He had like 40 pounds on DC, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I will say that he's probably got at least. They're both heavyweights, but he's just so much shorter. But like that could work in his advantage. Yeah,
DC was probably a better wrestler.
Oh, for sure. I don't know.
I
will say that Brock Lesnar lost the national championship in college to Matt Light, the left tackle for New England Patriots.
That's so crazy.
And he lost the wrestling championship, and we've all seen the picture of
there's so many techniques.
18-year-old Brock Lesnar where it's just muscle on muscle.
Dude, yeah,
he's ridiculous.
His back has a six pack.
Yeah, his freaking shoulders, dude. Or like
traps.
Mountains.
Yeah, the traps are ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's fucking impressive, man. It's impressive. Brock Lesnar was a bad motherfucker.
Jamal Hill was on Rogan on
John Mahal Hill.
Is that what I said?
No, I said John Mahal Hill. That's how it's spelled.
Oh, I know. It smelled weird. Smelled.
John Mahal Hill.
It spelled weird. He was on Rogan shitting on Brock Lesnar.
Oh, he's fucking
if there was anybody that he was like, if I could go back and fight somebody, he named like a couple of guys, but he's like Lyoto Machida and guys like that. But he was like, and this is something I've always thought about Brock Lesnar. He's just big. He has no technique. Because like you watch him fight, and it's hard to watch.
Yeah, he beat Frank Mir. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. He beat Frank Mir.
Frank Mir is like arguably the greatest.
One of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
he beat him.
Yeah, he did.
I don't care what you say. At the end of the day, he beat Frank Mir.
Yeah, and he was beating him in the first fight.
Yeah, that's my argument.
When he got heel hooked, I think he got heel hooked.
Right?
Yeah, in the first fight.
That's my argument, man.
In the second fight, he beat the
shit out of him. Yeah,
yeah.
He beat the shit out of Frank Mir, dude.
And fucking oh my god, it was Randy Couture. It was kind of like Randy Couture's.
Yeah, on the way out.
But
I don't care what you say. You can say anything you want to about Brock Lesnar. He beat one of the greatest of all time. And Frank Mir was good. Champion. And Frank Mir was fucking awesome at the time.
But goddamn, you go back and look.
Frank Mir was a champ, or Brock Lesnar was a champion,
heavyweight champion.
What the fuck?
Yeah, when he beat Frank Mir,
he won the title.
UFC 100, he won the title.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, and he
he lost it to Alistair Overeem.
Oh yeah, that's when
liver kick.
Yep, Alistair Overeem he fucked him up, man, with that liver kick.
Shit.
Yeah, Alistair Overeem was the shit, dude.
Yeah, Alistair Overeem.
He started in steroids. Overeem started in like fucking the late 90s or early 2000s. Like he's been going forever.
Who was the guy that I remember? I was watching a fight.
It's
Sylvia Anderson. The big fuck. They called him Bigfoot. UFC fighter from like the fucking 2000s.
I don't think I know Sylvia Anderson.
Big motherfucker, dude. Had like a Neanderthal head, like a caveman.
I don't remember him.
But he was fighting Overeem whenever Overeem first started, and Overeem was like keeping his hands down, almost being like disrespectful, and then just ended up getting clobbered. Like the dog shit got him. Yeah.
Really?
It was a fucking incredible. I was like, why is he doing that? I was like, I guess he's gonna beat him because I had never seen the fight. I was like, oh, Bigfoot clubbed this motherfucker to death. Holy shit. It was incredible.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you think is the most, like, for, like, if you could take, like, a civilian and, like that wants to defend themselves, what would you have them take? Like jiu-jitsu, kickboxing,
Muay Thai?
Muay Thai.
Maybe Muay Thai.
You think so?
Because I think that's one of the most humbling martial arts.
Yeah.
Because you're going to go in there and they're going to beat the fuck out of you.
Oh, God. But, like, that's not something like...
But I think, like, if you're forced to take something for a month.
Not forced, but, like, you got to think, like, what's most ideal, like, for the common person?
Well, I mean...
Because nobody's going to be like, I'm working a 9 to 5 and I'm going to get the shit beat out of me.
Okay, so the reason I said that was because our buddy the Crab Man, he's been on here before, said that the number one form of self-defense is diffusing the situation.
That is the answer.
And so I think a lot of people's problems is their pride getting in their way. And that's why I said Muay Thai, because if you go in there and get the dog shit beat out of you for a month,
you're going to be humbled.
You don't want to fucking fight.
But the same goes with every... I mean, obviously, Muay Thai's...
I think it's going to just be a faster
process.
They're
going to kick the... Yes, 100%.
Like, if you could go to
We've
Thailand
heard
and train
the
Muay Thai
stories
for a
in
month.
Thailand of the kickboxing over there.
Oh, if I would...
the Muay Thai over there.
I thought about going to Thailand for a few months. And if I went for more than 2 months, I would definitely train Muay Thai.
You know, Danny Green from UFC he says, if you ever see... He goes, like, 80% of the UFC
Steroids.
fighters go over to Thailand to train. He goes, those guys are fucking juicing up over there.
Huh. That's interesting.
They're, like, taking supplements because it's so easy to get it over there. Like, you can just walk up to the pharmacy and be like, let me get blah, 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 blah. And they'll give it to you.
Right.
That's what Danny Green was, like, calling everybody out. It was like, and his story about how he was with, like, his trainer. I think it was his dad or stepdad. And his stepdad got locked up in prison. Or it was his coach. It was his fucking coach, I think, who got locked up in prison over, like, someone trying to steal his ID. And the reason why he got locked up was because he went over there and knocked on the door because he had just bought something from the guy, like a car or like a boat or something. And the guy didn't pay him, and he gave him the boat or whatever, or something like that. I can't really remember the story, but he walks in the guy's house and sees photos of him and his family on this guy's laptop that's open.
Fuck.
And he's like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, he was stealing completely stealing his identity and shit.
Wow.
So he started getting, like, confrontational in that guy's house, and some shit happened, and Danny was like, dude, we got to get out of here. Like, we can't be getting confrontational. He was trying to break it up. And the cops ended up arresting him. He was going to jail. They was looking for Danny Green. Danny Green took off, like, Canada to hide.
Right.
And he was trying to get his coach or his dad, I can't remember which one it was, to give up Danny Green. It was like, okay, you're going to jail for a long time, or you're going to give us Danny Green. And the coach he did his time.
Wow.
He never ratted on him or nothing. Because, I mean, there was nothing to rat on. He was trying to get him out, according to Danny Green. It was very, very interesting story. And, like, the stories, because it's on Rogan, is Danny Green on Rogan. And his coach or his dad, whichever one it was, is actually in studio, and he talks about it. And his times how, I guess it was his coach, because he actually knew how to fight too.
Right.
And people in jail was, like, testing him.
Oh, God. Testing.
Yeah,
I got it.
Testing. I was just testing. Check 1, 2.
I was just testing.
I was just testing the mic. It was just a very interesting story, man, about, like, how when he went to prison, like, everybody was testing him.
Yeah, that's not good. You don't want to get tested.
You don't want to get tested.
That's a fucking...
You might get your ass busted.
Oh, you want to get your ass busted. There's something I thought about the other day. Like, people that have, like, significantly, like, worse lives. Like, whatever.
I think about this all the time.
Like, people that, made poor... Even if they made a poor decision, whatever the fuck happened to them. And, like, I think for the most part, it's people that are in that situation where, like, they got hooked on drugs or whatever, and now they're in a never-ending cycle where they, like, can't really get back on their feet and, like, do the right thing. And I feel like a lot of that, social anxiety plays a part where you're fucking embarrassed and shit. I feel like some of those people, they talk about, like, going to another town or whatever. Like a fresh start. I feel like people don't, like, look at a fresh start as, like, positive or negative. You know what I mean?
You said people don't look at a fresh start?
I feel like they don't look at it like that. Like, they don't, like, consider that a lot.
Just going to a new town and restarting?
Just fucking getting the fuck out of out of the state or whatever.
You know, I don't believe in that.
Why not?
Because, you know, the Avett Brothers have a song called The Way to Lies. You know, and it says the way to lies will follow you from town to town. You know, it can't, like, you can't, no matter a jet plane, no matter where you go, you can't outrun.
Yeah, you can't outrun
who you are and what you've done. You got to battle that battle internally. You got to find things that get you away from that. And I don't think, like, running from it is the answer. Personally, I don't think so.
I definitely see what you're saying there. And I think the biggest problem with people that are in those situations is that, like they don't the social anxiety of being embarrassed and going out in front of other people is like that's fucking hard. It makes it 10 times harder to restart than it would a person that doesn't know anybody.
Yeah.
But that's also something you have to battle internally is that pride of who the fuck cares if it's embarrassing? I can't compare myself to other people.
100%.
That's something that a lot of people don't think people compare themselves to other people too much.
Yeah, I think so too. I think people run from their anxieties and what they're kind of scared of and like
and you look at other people that aren't scared of this and they don't have anxiety about that, so you don't want to like be open about it because you don't want to be the weak one.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
but that's like an anxiety or whatever in itself.
And then it gets worse.
You know?
Yeah, and then it just gets worse.
So yeah, I don't think that like, okay, moving to Oregon is going to help or moving to Montana is going to help. Like, yeah, maybe, but like your tendencies that created that in the first place or your tendencies that are creating that problem within yourself is going to just show up again in Montana and Oregon or whatever.
So you think you should be like reminded of what you did wrong and use that as a way to learn?
Yes.
I think so
I like
too.
That.
Yeah.
Like you can learn from that and you're just like, okay, just that's one thing that's weird. That's one thing for me. And maybe a lot of people that's kind of facing some darker shit in their past is like you can either like a lot of people like that's kind of what trauma does. Like trauma kind of forces you to overcorrect the other way.
Right.
Or you just kind of like
get in that shell and fucking
sulk and
never
recover from it.
But I could see that being really hard.
But I think that you use it as a learning tool. I personally, that's how I like that.
I like that a lot.
Shit like that. I don't think running from it's the answer because if you didn't correct your tendencies that caused that in the first place, and maybe it didn't cause that, but where you're at and your surroundings, I don't think
lies don't need an aeroplane to chase you anywhere.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to find the lyric.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this whole time. Trying to get
the way to lies will bring you down and follow you to every town.
Yeah. It's good.
It's like that song in itself was like
a spot on.
Okay, you can't run from this. You got to face this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you can just cower down. And I'm not even trying to shit on the people who are like.
Because I understand that.
I get it too.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's not easy. But running from it is
people that have never done that.
Yeah,
never had
running from it. I don't think is the answer though.
There's something I've been doing every night. Before I go to bed, I'll reflect on like the good and bad things I've done in the day. So, like, you know, I've been trying to, focus on a diet. And so, like, yesterday I had a few beers and I had some chicken wings and some popcorn. Went to the movie theaters. But no, I did eat healthy, though, for lunch and breakfast. So, but, like, I look back on it and, like, at the end of last night before bed, I sit down and I write the good things I did. I drank my water. I stretched a little bit. You know, I was
I like that.
I might have had a few beers, but I ended up spending time with friends. So I had a good mental day, you know. And stuff like that. And I don't really struggle with anxiety and stuff like bad. I mean, obviously we all have our own anxieties. I'm not like to the point where like I feel like I don't need to do this. But that's how people get to the point where they need to do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of doing it just to keep myself in a good mind state. I do it every night before bed now. So I'll reflect on my day. I'll look at the things I did good. The things I did bad, you know, like I had beers, ate chicken wings, I fucked off a little bit too much. Maybe I could have been working on something, but I felt like it was a good, like, relaxing day too.
You know our buddy, the Nut Swinger.
Yeah.
Shout out Nut Swinger.
Yeah, shout out Nut Swinger.
Who might be our new number one fan in the Power Rankings.
Oh, okay.
He's watched every episode. He's commented a lot. Anyways.
The comments
Hit us up in the comments, man. We need more engagement in the fucking comments.
The comments matter. I had our old number one, the one that came out to the Brew Collar Bar Crawl. Sent me a message about last week's episode.
Oh, so he's still watching?
Oh, fuck yeah, he's still watching.
Okay, he's still number one fan.
Yeah, he just didn't comment it, but I get that.
Yeah.
He said that I forget. I don't remember what we were talking about, but one of us went, shout out R. Kelly. Oh, wait, never mind. No.
One of us said that?
Yeah, I think it was me.
It definitely had to be.
And he said that needs to be y'all's next TikTok. he said that should have me cackling.
Shout out R. Kelly. Yeah, I would have never said that. That's the shit you would say.
Maybe.
What was we just talking? What was I just
the
talking
Nut
about?
Swinger, number 1 in the power rankings.
Oh, he wakes up every morning and meditates first thing in the morning. Also, he wakes up every morning and starts the day with a cold fucking shower, like a really cold shower, and then meditates. And I'm like, damn, that's a lot harder to do than you think it is.
So one thing I've done that has really fucking helped me I started this like maybe 2 weeks ago. I've been writing stuff down. I know I told you that, but one thing I've been doing is so 2 weeks ago I set like 4 disciplines I'm going to stick to for the next forever. I'm going to start doing this every day. One of them is just like drinking 100 ounces of water minimum, right? So I drink 100 ounces of water every day, no matter what. That's just a small win. If I do that, I feel like I accomplished something. Even if I do nothing else, I at least did that, right? I drank water, I was hydrated.
I like that.
Then another one is the self-reflection at the end of the night. I feel like that's a pretty good thing. Just reflecting, the daily reflection. I've been weighing myself just to keep track of it. That's like a small discipline. Doesn't not really matter. Just keep track of it. And the last one, what was the last one I put? It's one that I do every day anyway. I just can't think of it right now. But yeah, just
stretch.
Keep my room clean. Just picking up after myself like every time I do something. And then so I look at my disciplines that I fucking, even if I just throw one shirt in the fucking hamper. Well, I took a step forward towards.
At least I did something to improve that.
Just the small wins, yeah.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, they're spending too much time worrying about other people and like the things that offend them, or even not even offend. They're offended by even sometimes it's people being offended about people being offended.
Right.
Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, they're mad at people being offended by other things.
You got to remember, you could have not said anything, and I knew what you were thinking.
True. So sometimes I try to clarify for the listeners.
So yeah,
they're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I don't know if it made sense to me. It made sense to me, but I don't know about these guys out here.
Yeah, so like sometimes you start a sentence and you try to find it along the way, and you forget where you're going.
Yeah, that's not good. No.
Yeah, so. Damn.
God damn it, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, so sometimes there's people who are offended, right?
Are you high?
Are you high right now?
What?
Where was I going? Damn. Anyways. Yeah, it is weird when you start seeing people who were like offended about people being offended.
Oh, that's for
yeah, that's right. Well, that's what I have said for like the past 4 sentences. But
does that make sense?
I don't know. Does it?
Jesus Christ. What were we talking about?
I just had it, and then I just lost it.
Offended of being offended.
Yeah, but what started that? It was I can't remember.
This is eating people alive right now. Please leave us in the comments if you remember this or if we don't get back to it.
Yeah.
Please tell us. What the fuck?
I think it's just weird. Yeah, okay, here it is. I'm ripping it back. Okay, so like people are always spending too much time being worried about what everyone else is doing. That it's like, dude, just stop. If a person is gay, who cares? If a person is this, who cares? If a person is what? Let the person live their life. That person's not for you. We've talked about this on the podcast.
I think even other than that, like just like trying to make yourself a better person, regardless of whatever your opinions or fucking views are, regardless of that shit. Like I'm talking about just like comparing yourself. Like I'm fatter than this person.
I'm getting there. That starting to get to where you're at. You have to stop worrying about other fucking people.
That's true, yeah.
And you have to start worrying about yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, stop looking at
business.
Stop like going, oh, this guy's doing it wrong because they don't do it the way I do. We all come from different backgrounds and cultures and raised by different people, and
yeah, for sure.
You can't there's fucking billions of people on the planet. Everybody can't do it the way you do it.
They should.
I mean, they should always do it the way I do it. But
and the way I do it.
But like, stop fucking paying attention and be so worried about everyone else, and start working on your fucking self every day, and you'll finally fucking get there.
Yeah.
I'm always like, one thing for me is it was hard for me to, and people who know me know I'm a very social guy.
Right.
You know, people seem to be very friendly towards me.
You're easy to get along with. Very easy.
People get along with me very easily, sure. And it's because I've worked on. I used to be so very socially awkward. It's hard for me to look people in the eyes and talk. I faked it very well, but I was always very uncomfortable while I
was good at faking it. You know, I'm good.
No,
at everything.
For real though. Like I always would kind of fake it, but I was so uncomfortable while I was doing it.
Right.
Now I'm to the point where I've done it so much and challenged myself so much.
It's just a thing.
To be uncomfortable that now I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable in it, and I don't have to fake it anymore. I just am very personal.
Yeah,
personal.
For sure.
It's like, and that's like one thing I've noticed about myself that was a flaw. That was like, it's hard for me to look people in the eye. It's hard for me to not be awkward and feel out of place when I'm talking to people.
Yeah, right.
Now it's just like, I am who I am. You don't have to like me. It's okay.
Right,
if you don't like me, I'm not mad at you.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
If you don't like me, I'm not mad at you. I mean,
that's cool.
It might make me feel a little bit weird, but I can work on that on my own time.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
People feeling weird about that whole situation, but
yeah, that's very true. And like people, they compare each other. They compare themselves to other people so much.
That's the problem. Stop worrying about that shit. Focus on yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely. There's so many people that are in a different spot in life than you are, and you can't look down on yourself for not being as ahead of whatever they are. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 100%,
like if somebody is making fucking $3 an hour more than you, and y'all are the same age, y'all went to school together or whatever, why the fuck does it matter?
It doesn't.
Exactly. You should be like, obviously it might, you might be able to like, oh, I made some mistakes and that's why I'm not where he is or she is, whatever. That's why I'm not where they are, but why the fuck does it matter?
So many people are worried about like materialistic things and like even to the point of like a nice house, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
For me, I've finally realized that
money is not everything.
Material, I mean, it's not. We've talked about it on the podcast, you know.
There's so much you can find wealth in.
Yeah.
There's so much to find wealth
Happiness really is a mindset. And although depression is a real thing. Like depression is fucking legit and people suffer from it. But I believe that
like hormonal imbalances and stuff like that is like a whole
Yeah. I'm not knocking or judging anybody who's struggling from that. I've struggled from it.
I've struggled from it myself,
But you can't lay there and let it consume you.
I'll tell you what.
That's the problem.
It hit me hard because of the fucking weather.
The weather is part of it. Seasonal depression is a thing, and that's
that
like
fucking rain just kept coming. I'm like, motherfucker.
I'm not trying, and we're not trying to pretend like
we're above that.
People's serious depression and seasonal depression is connected.
Yeah, exactly. But I think all forms of depression should be looked at pretty fucking evenly.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think they're all something that you could take serious.
For sure.
Some of them are more serious than others, but I think it really starts off with just waking up and just forcing yourself to fucking do the little things.
Yeah.
Find what you enjoy. What do you enjoy? Like a lot of people that I talk to that do, there's a few people that I'm close to they struggle with depression a little bit. And whenever they're going through like real bad days, they'll be like, I just don't feel anything. Like everything just feels like numb sometimes. And I'm like, well, what do you enjoy? Like, what makes you fucking happy? What do you like get joy out of? You
just gotta find your joy. You gotta find your happiness.
Like, is that fucking playing with your animals or going out for a walk or being out in the sun or,
playing
whatever it is.
Like an old nostalgic video game.
Whatever it is.
Get into sports, going golfing.
Yeah, exactly.
And
then find a way that you can
painting.
do that in your off time.
Playing the fucking harmonica.
Yeah, exactly. So
anything.
Find those little things and then like look forward to it. Watch a video about it.
Yeah.
If you're at work, you don't have the time, take time off.
And don't be scared to indulge in the shit that society deems, lame, dorky. You feel like you're gonna get some pushback. Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Who you are, embrace it. That's who you fucking are.
For sure.
You're an individual.
Hey, you want to take a piss break?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I thought you would never ask.
The reason I'm asking is because I see you're about to open that beer, and I figured we'd wait so we can open it on the next. Yeah.
That's why I didn't open it.
We'll be back, guys.
We'll be back.
But yeah, That depression thing, man,
it's tough for people.
It's tough.
We'll bring it back.
It's tough. We'll be back, guys.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut up. Remember that? Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
It doesn't matter.
Do you remember?
Shut your fucking mouth. You remember that? Yes, I do remember that. In fucking 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
He's like, this lady was trying to fuck me.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Cheers. Cheers again. Cheers again.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, it was good.
Cheers.
Nice. That's the one in. That's 100% in.
Nice.
First time in Brew Club history that we talked before the beer cracks.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Wow. 30 episodes in.
Maybe we're getting comfortable. I don't know.
No, that's just fucking
stupidity.
Gold. It's just gold. Sometimes you got to put the gold in there. Or the maize, as someone say.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The maize and blue.
Dude, so if Quentin does another movie, you know what would be cool, but I don't want to see it. But it would be cool. Would be like if Uma Thurman's kid, what's her name, from Stranger Things?
Yes. It was fucking
Can't think of
Ethan Hawke, Maya Hawke.
Maya Hawke.
Yeah,
Yes.
Maya Hawke is 100%
Yes.
up. She was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Was she?
She was, remember whenever the Manson kids were coming to kill Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Or not kill Leonardo DiCaprio, but kill the fucking Margot Robbie's character, Sharon Tate. And
Yeah.
who's the director?
Oh, God.
But yeah, when they go to kill them, and
I'll think of it here in a minute.
they go to kill them, and Maya Hawke's character goes, "Oh, I forgot my knife in the car."
You're right. I remember.
And he goes, "I locked the car," and he goes, "Oh, here's the keys." And she runs to the car, and she starts the car and drives off.
Yeah.
She was there for fucking 5 minutes.
She dips out.
That's Maya Hawke. Yep.
I forgot about that. Fuck. That's interesting. Yeah, like a Kill Bill. I mean, obviously, it might be something different.
No, please not Kill Bill. Not Kill Bill again.
But if you were to do it, it would.
I want something that's gonna make motherfuckers uncomfortable.
It couldn't be the 10th movie. That would have to be considered roped in with like Kill Bill 1, 2. Like kind of how you put Kill Bill 1 and 2 together
do
already.
they do that?
I feel like they do. I
So
feel
we
like
drank
the
this beer
fans
cold.
do.
We drank this beer cold. How was it warm?
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, I was wanting a beer, so it worked out.
Yeah. I think that most fans rope it in as like 1. They tend to, but I don't know.
What are the 10 Quentin movies?
Okay, let's count them. No, we have 9. We're supposed to have 9.
Yeah, sorry, 9.
So we got
Hateful Eight, Pulp Fiction.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Pulp Fiction.
Jackie Brown.
Or Jackie Brown for sure, yeah. Death Proof.
Death Proof was before Jackie Brown. Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Is 5.
Django, Inglourious Basterds.
Inglourious Basterds before Django.
Okay, yeah, so they do count because in Hateful Eight and
Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there's one we're missing.
No, that's 9.
Okay, so they do count him as 1.
Didn't he say he would stop at 10 or 9? I can't remember.
Surely they don't count him as 1. There's something we're missing.
He might not. No, that's the 9. I guess he is going for 10.
Oh yeah, he's going. He said he's stopping at 10.
Okay, so yeah, they do count.
Maybe
he does count both Kill Bills then.
I like it. I think he should.
I think he should. Too.
I think it would be shitty to put out a third one though and say it's a not
10th film. That would be shitty. I don't want that. But if he could,
or to put it out and say it's not the 10th film.
If he could put it out and say it's not the 10th film, I feel
I
like
wouldn't like it.
I feel like there is a plot there that makes sense to where when
I think he should put out his 10th film and then after that put out a third Kill Bill.
When the Black Mamba, which was Uma Thurman's character, killed, who was the first person she killed? The black lady.
Kill Bill's character was the Black Mamba?
That's what Black Mamba was. Uma Thurman.
Surely not.
No, it was because remember the I should have been motherfucking Black Mamba.
I was Black. I do remember.
Yeah,
that.
she said that. She was like, "Oh, they called you Black Mamba. I should have been motherfucking Black Mamba."
That's fair.
And then her daughter comes home from school.
That makes sense.
And Beatrix Kiddo murders. I can't remember the character's name. Murders her with the fucking.
Beatrix Kiddo was the bitch with the eye patch, right?
No, Beatrix Kiddo was
Kill Bill.
Was
the bitch? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Uma Thurman's character, but it was also Black Mamba. Like her name was Beatrix Kiddo, but her nickname was Black Mamba, and I think her name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was definitely her. It was Black Mamba, but she murders her, and the kid walks in and sees her dead mother. And
oh yeah,
Uma Thurman's,
I remember that.
And Uma Thurman's character comes and goes later on. If you feel bad about it, you can find me.
Yeah, that's right.
And then walks out.
I remember that.
And to have like...
I've only watched those movies like once, dude. I need to rewatch those.
Dude, they hit. They're so good. Like I remember,
that's a movie I never.
It's one of my favorites of all time.
I'll go on to like Netflix and I'll just watch random shit like over. I forgot what I watched the other day and I was like, oh, that's a good movie. Let's watch that. It was like, I don't think it was Boondock Saints. It was something like fucking super nostalgic. I was like, oh my God, I hadn't seen that forever. Let's just put it on. But I never consider Kill Bills when I think of nostalgic movies.
It hits.
I got to go back.
Dude, like every year I go on like a run of like Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, Coen Brothers. Like I go on those three are like my favorite directors probably.
I really like how like some directors will connect their universes with like some significant thing. Like Quentin Tarantino connects it with the Red Apple cigarettes.
I love shit like that.
But what led me to this is in Fast and Furious, the original Fast and Furious, the mechanic guy. I forget the actor's name, but Paul Walker's talking to him, and like dude's like fucking smart, like he knows all the designs of every car that they're talking about. And then Paul Walker's character goes, "Man, you should go to MIT or something. Like, why the fuck are you working here at this slum ass like bum fucking garage?"
Yeah, it's backwoods garage.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not that smart." So then, in Supernatural, the same actor plays a hunter, like that hunts some of the monsters.
Yeah.
And one of, I guess, Sam or Dean, one of the fucking main characters, are talking to him, and he goes, like, he's like explaining all this shit of how he created this technology to track down fucking cases for hunting monsters. And Sam's character goes, "Where'd you learn all this?" And he goes, I learned it at MIT.
Oh, nice.
And it's kind of cool how they like made that Fast and Furious reference.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
I like
how they try to like put it in the same universe.
Yeah, I always like stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was like, this is like fucking 10 years later when they came out with the show. Well, maybe not. Maybe it was only a few years later, I guess. Supernatural started like early 2000s.
You seen that 90s show?
No, I haven't watched it yet. Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it. I'm a little afraid.
I've heard good and bad.
Me too.
Mostly it's bad on the first run through by people that love that 70s show, and then they watch it again, they like it.
The one reason why I want to watch it is for all the 90s nostalgia, because they're going to reference 90s music.
Dude,
they're going to reference
that
like
70s show was so good.
It was so good. That 70s show is good. So underrated. It was so good.
Yeah, it was so good. And everybody had the hard-ass dad like Red Foreman.
Who? Yeah.
Or you had the fucking super easy-going dad like, what's her name's dad? The fucking redheaded girl.
Oh, Jackie was
Mila Kunis. Yeah.
What was her name? Fuck.
She was in The Orange is the New Black.
Yeah. Did you ever watch any of that?
I watched maybe like 2 episodes.
I watched 3 seasons.
It's probably good. Really?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I thought it was good.
I mean, I guess you did. So
thought it was good. Got a little crazy.
I can see that.
Eventually, he was like, "All right, this is kind of getting out of whack," but
yeah,
but it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think I watched it the first episode and I didn't pay attention enough. Yeah. Maybe I'd like it.
Crazy Eyes in that show is like one of the most iconic characters.
The girl.
The black girl? Black girl, yeah, with like the short hair, kind of like crazy eyes. Yeah.
With the crazy eyes, yeah.
They call her Crazy Eyes.
She like Kodak Black.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, 100%. Looks like
Kodak Black is fucking hilarious. If you've ever watched any videos of him, you need to
I don't know anything about him.
He was on do you know who Caleb Presley is?
Yeah.
The Barstool Sports
From
guy?
Barstool Sports, yeah. Long hair dude?
Yeah. He's fucking hilarious.
He's fucking funny.
So they've got that show, the ice cream thing with it's like Caleb Presley and the other guy. I forget his fucking name.
Kind of heavy set dude.
Yeah, fat dude.
Yeah,
I'll say fat.
He's just the guy in the background making things awkward, laughing.
Yeah, but he's pretty funny himself too. Like he could have his own fucking show. Like he's more than.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, for sure.
But they had Kodak Black on that, and Kodak Black is just being a fucking idiot because that's what guys like that do. And Caleb Presley is just entertaining it because that's what he does too.
Yeah, he's
good. He's so fucking perfect, man. Caleb Presley's hilarious.
He's funny, dude.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of that guy.
The one he did was with Hasbulla.
Oh, it was so funny.
So good. I mean, all of his shit is Caleb Presley's hilarious.
So Supernatural came out 4 years after the Fast and Furious.
Okay.
So that's not long after to make that reference. That's pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
Which I guess it was maybe 5 years because that was in like season 2 or 3. So 5 or 6 years.
I don't know. Dude, Paul Walker is just not. I get it. He's likable. I think, you know what I think a big problem with people is?
What's that?
Is that they think just because they like something, they find a way to justify them being good at their craft. Like,
oh yeah, like Keanu Reeves.
Like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is a great example.
I think Paul Walker was a decent actor.
I don't think he was even decent.
I think he was pretty good.
I'll be honest. I think
he was pretty good. If you go back and watch the Fast and Furious movies, he's a good actor.
I think the best movie he was ever in was Running Scared.
So good. No, Paul Walker had some pretty good movies.
He's not a good actor though.
He's not bad. He's not bad at all.
He's not that good.
You go back and rewatch the Fast and the Furious movies. You're not going to be like, I can obviously tell he's a shitty actor.
No, he's not good, dude.
You're not going to be like he's a shitty actor.
He's not good. I don't know. For me, I think that he is the most likable guy and probably the worst actor out of the most likable. Like,
no, that's Nicolas Cage.
I would take Cage over Paul Walker.
I think,
and
yeah,
no, I'm kind of with you though. Like that,
Nicolas Cage is a better actor.
Nicolas Cage is not a good actor at
all.
No,
there's no way Nicolas Cage is a better actor than Paul Walker.
I think he is.
Maybe that's me doing exactly what you just said.
I would go Nicolas Cage for 100% Nicolas Cage. But I like the
Raising Arizona.
Hilarious. Yeah, he's got his moments. He's got his moments, like where he
kick ass.
Have you watched Mandy?
No, I haven't.
Dude, that is like peak Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I've heard that's actually really
we talked about it on previous podcasts. Like that is like a psychological thriller and like and kind of like a brutal slasher in a way.
I gotta watch that.
Very cool, like interesting Nicolas Cage movie. If you've never seen Mandy, it's a good it's peak Nicolas Cage for sure. But
a warm beer.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is a good one to compare it to it. Like honestly, if you go watch Speed with
what about Drive Angry? With Amber Heard.
Who was
Nicolas Cage?
Was that Drive Angry?
It's actually a decent movie. It's a decent plot, but it's bad acting.
Of course, it's bad. It's Amber Heard and Nicolas Cage. Of course, it's bad acting. Come on, man.
What do you mean, Aquaman?
Yeah. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. The slurration of independence.
The Declaration of Independence.
I'm gonna steal this.
You taking Nick Cage or Jason Momoa?
In what, acting?
Sure.
Or just likability? What are we going here?
Just acting.
Oh, I haven't watched enough of Momoa.
I haven't either
to say, but I almost want to go by Momoa because of that.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go Nicolas Cage. I think Nicolas Cage is probably
likability though. I don't know.
Likability,
because after that Super Bowl commercial with Jason Momoa with the fucking
Jason
little
Momoa is
he's
so
funny
likable.
as fuck, dude.
He's so likable.
He's so funny.
He's so funny.
He's so funny.
And the weirdest thing is like his role in Game of Thrones where he got famous.
It's so shit.
He didn't even say but like two words.
He doesn't do anything. He's just fucking hot.
He's just ripped and like got long hair and he's got dark skin and dark hair. And like that's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, he but you want to see like true like horrible acting from like a guy that is like super likable. Go watch Speed with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves' acting performance in that movie is unwatchable.
Hold on,
it's
pause.
so bad.
So everything you just said, except for the words Keanu Reeves, say that, and that's what you can go watch.
Dude, Speed is a good movie though.
Keanu Reeves is awful.
He is, but he's so likable.
Go watch River's Edge. You want to see bad Keanu Reeves?
You talking about the guy with Willard who played with Willard?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is in that.
He's in River's Edge. Keanu Reeves is. God. I just remember the guy who played Willard.
He's fucking shit. He's a shitty actor.
He's always been a shitty actor.
He's a super likable guy, though.
But I will say, the fucking Matrix.
Okay, that's a badass movie.
Is a top movie of all time.
It was great directing, is what it was.
But it was also like
it was great directing that made shitty actors good.
Sometimes you get that, but
it worked. It fucking worked.
But Keanu Reeves was the lead, and it fucking worked. The Matrix, dude, it holds up. It fucking holds up.
It's so funny because, like, if I would say, like, Jonah Hill is a better actor than Keanu Reeves, people would be like, you're an idiot.
I think he is.
Oh, well, that's not even close.
Yeah, it's not close.
But, like, so, like, let's just use, I'm going to use Jonah Hill as the example because he's a great actor that's a comedy actor.
Yes.
That's why I want to use him as an example because people are going to shit on him because he's comedy.
Jonah Hill's my favorite actor of all time.
Jonah Hill
don't know. And
why do we not have a Jonah Hill display in here? We're not sponsored by Display, so don't go buy those. Fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys. But dude, and the thing is like that's what kind of circle this back around of like you got to know the difference between your favorite and great because the problem is like you find your favorites naturally find your favorites. And then you start finding and creating these ideas in your head of why these guys are the great. So like saying like Jean-Claude Van Damme is the greatest actor of all time or action actor of all time, it's just not true.
No, it's not.
He doesn't have the volume. Yeah, he's a great martial artist and he's good in those action films, but like the acting isn't there. I mean, I'm sorry, Jean-Claude Van Damme cannot act.
Your favorite band is the greatest band of all time. That's stupid.
Well, mine is so. whatever.
No, because his favorite band of all time is the White Stripes.
It's not. I was going over it. I don't even think the White Stripes would probably be like 4 or 5 for me.
Yeah,
probably.
now for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why Led Zeppelin's your favorite band of all time. Because
I've
that
been saying this,
but at that time it was like really the White Stripes.
Okay, so here's my theory: is like if you're gonna create your own personal like your top 10 greatest bands of all time,
or greatest anything,
your favorite, not greatest, but your favorite, because there's a difference. That's what brought this discussion up.
Yeah.
Of there's a difference between greatest and your favorite.
Yeah.
School of Rock, Shaun of the Dead, those are like some of the my favorite films, top 10
They're
favorite
not even
films.
top 100 films.
They're not a top. I mean, maybe Shaun of the Dead. I was going to say School of Rock. I think School of Rock deserves to be up there as far as.
I would take Shaun of the Dead over School of Rock as far as a greater film.
I would take School of Rock.
We can argue this,
but I'm not here to argue that. All I'm saying is there's a difference between.
You are here to argue that. That's what this podcast is.
I will argue with you, but I don't want to deviate from
finish your.
So, like, what I'm saying is there's a difference between favorite and greatest of all time.
Right.
Like, The Godfather is
the greatest of all time.
The greatest film ever made for me.
Yeah.
I do like The Godfather. I think it's probably my top 20, but as far as the greatest films of all time, it's number 1. To me, I don't think that it's. I mean, I'm sure it's close, but it's not that close. Like, you look at all those guys, like James Caan, and like everybody, like everyone in that film, like De Niro and Pacino, like you can go deep in that film and look at some of these guys and go, this is how they got their start, and these are some of the greatest actors that have ever lived. I mean, and they got their start in the greatest written movie that has ever lived, also that has ever been written. So. But people have problems separating like their favorite with like what actually is. Like they'll just because it's your favorite, you'll start creating these scenarios in your head that back up.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. That definitely happens.
It happens. It's just being biased,
and that happens with music too. And just like I was talking about last
week,
everything
happens with everything.
Just like I was talking about last week with music, how I relate to vocals so much, and like I can distinguish between like my favorites and greats. I feel like I don't want to sound like that fucking guy. I can distinguish.
But you can, but everybody else can.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people can't though.
They can't.
But a lot of people don't look at music as like fucking deeply as we do.
For sure.
And that also sounds like a fucking arrogant ass stupid thing to say too.
But honestly, when I talk to people about music, they don't go as in depth as I tend to go as.
Like on Wednesday, me and Gabby are coming back from Simpsonville, and we're heading home, and I was forcing her to listen to The Wall. I don't know how we got here. But I forced her to listen to it. No, I was sober. Yeah.
I tend to like.
You were drunk?
Well,
no.
I kind of tend to go that route to where like I get very experimental with like. Heather, as far as music goes, when it's like when I'm fucked up, I'm like, all right, we're about to test the waters. All right, here's some Deaf Heaven.
No, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I get where you were going with that. It makes sense.
Here's The Wall. Like, let me show you The Wall, and you're like, because we both love The Wall.
I don't know how we got. That's why I said I don't know how we got
much.
there. Yeah, but we're listening to The Wall, and we're listening. I forget what song we ended up going to. I was like showing her. Oh, I know what happened. I was listening to my fucking like my classic rock playlist that I've been listening to a lot lately, and Young Lust comes on, and I go. I can't listen to this. I can't listen to this song without starting with "Goodbye, Blue Sky." Oh my god! You've got to start with that 4-song run. So we start with it, and then I start explaining the background of this whole fucking part of the song, and we get through like 4 songs, and it's a fucking 30-minute drive to her house from here. So we get through like those 4 songs. So I'll explain every fucking detail, and then we go, and then I'm like, oh, and then it goes into Another Brick in the Wall Part 3, and I'm like. Well, we can't listen to this without listening to.
That was when it was ending. Yeah, it was. And like the helicopter's flying over.
That's
it's
2.
gone. It's leaving out.
That's 2.
No, but yeah, the helicopter's coming in.
That's right.
But on the third one, the helicopter's flying out. Yeah.
And I was like, but we can't listen to this without listening to 1 and 2. And I was like, but if we're gonna listen to 1, we might as well start with In the Flesh.
Yes.
And so we start from the beginning because it's the first 4 songs, and then I start running her through that, and one of my favorite lyrics in music in general is, if you want to find out what's behind these cold eyes. You just have to claw your way through
the skies. Yes.
Because he was hiding his pain.
He was hiding that shit.
And it's like, God damn, dude, that's a beautiful lyric.
And yeah,
and I've related to that ever since I've heard that album.
Oh, man, I've never forgotten that lyric either.
And so we're listening to that.
Through the skies.
Boom,
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so fucking good. And then I was like, and I kept explaining to her that there's no other way to feel a guitar in the way David Gilmour plays it.
Yeah, I think, okay, who were we putting up there as far as, like, playing we feel? Like,
so David Gilmour, John Frusciante, Jimi Hendrix.
John Frusciante and David Gilmour are the first two that come to mind.
Yeah.
John Frusciante plays for the Chili Peppers. You listen to him, and the first thing that comes to mind when I listen to the Chili Peppers is, well, not the first thing that comes to mind, because obviously,
the first thing that comes to mind
they
is
make catchy shit. California comes to mind.
Fitzmagic!
Yeah. But you listen, like, if you just listen to John Frusciante's guitar and the Chili Peppers, my thing is, like,
the little nuances,
the little hammer-ons and pull-offs and little things he does that, like, it would be very easy for the standard guitarist in that band to keep the rhythm
and play these melodies like decent,
like in like Snow. When you listen to Snow, you could be like, like you could just easily play these chords, and it's like, he like does all these little extra like
necessary
technique pull-on hammer-offs that like most of the typical fans don't notice. But, like, when you have played the instrument and you try to play, like, that song, it's so hard to play that song. And you realize how far you got to stretch that pinky
playing so fast.
Way out there.
He does it the whole song.
Yeah, you don't realize, like, it sounds so – he makes it sound so easy.
And, like, you look at guys like David Gilmour who put their feel into the solo. Like, some of the riffs and, like, they had a lot of feel, but the solo is where he mostly had the feel. Yes. And for John Frusciante, it's the opposite. Where he had – riffs that were fucking blow you out of like Under the Bridge is one of the most iconic riffs of all time.
Yes.
And it's such a simple fucking chord progression.
And then you have Fleece. Boom, 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 boom.
And it's perfect. Boom, it's perfect clad, and they play perfect together. And then it goes into the chorus or the verse, and it's beautiful. The way he crafts the riff together.
It's a master playing guitar.
It's a masterpiece, I feel like Under the Bridge is a top 50 song of all time.
Oh,
easily, yeah. It's probably like a top 25 song
Under
of all
the Bridge is arguably it's like... But
it might be their greatest song ever.
I think that it is.
Yeah, that's probably fair,
Under the Bridge is probably
it's like
their
Under the Bridge,
song.
Californication, what's the other one? Can't Stop. Can't Stop's a big one.
Can't Stop's good.
That's not the one I was thinking
Other
of.
Side's good.
Other Side's
good, but like all those
Under
songs,
the Bridge it's unprecedented.
Soul to Squeeze is a really good song that I kind of connect. Can't Stop. I mean,
that's Soul to Squeeze, right?
Yeah. I got a bad disease.
Far from my brain is where it bleeds. His heart. He's got a broken heart. Yes. That's the disease.
Oh,
that's so genius, man. That's so genius.
Yeah, the Chili Peppers are a top 20 band. Whether you like it or not, musically, they had the hits. We know they had the talent.
So fucking good, man.
They had the lyrics. They have they have everything it is.
Everything. Yeah,
they're a top 20 band.
And they're so unique, man.
I get it. A lot of like the kind of old school guys kind of hate on.
And it makes sense.
Because they were like, they had brought so much energy. They were goofy. They were like, it seemed like gimmicky. It just seemed like so California. It was
it was.
Which all of it.
And they started off very West Coast, like in the 80s.
Yes. Because Can't Stop came in like 87.
No, that Can't Stop was like fucking late 90s.
Well, what was the one where he had the blonde hair?
I don't remember.
Because like they started in the late 80s.
Yeah, that was like 88.
Started. Yeah, 88 was it wasn't Can't Stop. It was Other Side. Other Side started, I believe.
No, Other Side was on Californication. That was almost 2000s.
Was it?
Yeah. Or that was like
Pull
90.
up their first album.
That was like 98. It was fucking. I can picture the album cover, but
yeah. I think you're right.
It was West Coast. It was a West Coast album.
Yeah, 88, 87. I think they started in 87. It was around 87 or 88.
That's what I was saying. It was 87.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, though.
But I want to say maybe Other Side was a little bit
Other
later.
Side was like late 90s. It was on Californication.
Damn,
Other Side was on Californication,
yeah,
for sure.
Californication was, I think.
Their first album was in 84, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That was the album I was picturing. I
was a little bit off.
So then, Freaky Styley was 85.
What was the earliest hit?
The Uplift Mofo Party. One Hot Minute was 95. I think Mother's Milk though.
Mother's Milk
was their biggest their first big album.
Yeah.
And they did which they did
Higher
Ground. The Higher Ground cover was the first one. And they did Fire by
Jimi Hendrix. Yeah.
But they didn't really have any hits on that. Like that wasn't that big of an album. Maybe
they had some
Pretty
hits.
Little Ditty. That might have been the one.
They had a couple hits in the 80s though, I'm pretty sure. Like
but one hot I mean, that was it. 89 was Mother's Milk, and they didn't have any hits off of it.
I don't know why I thought that.
One Hot Minute had a few hits. That was with Dave Navarro.
Yeah, that was My Friends.
But
my friends are so
maybe it wasn't because Blood Sugar Sex Magic was
such a good album.
That's John Frusciante, and that's every song is a hit.
God.
Every song is a fucking
Blood
smash
Sugar
hit.
Sex Magic is arguably their best album.
Yeah, not opposed to that.
Yes, I mean, I would go personally. I love Californication just because what it did for music and like just the like power it brought behind them. Like,
and I'm Stadium Arcadium guy.
Stadium Arcadium's right there with it though.
I gotta take a piss.
Well, let's take a break.
Do you want to get another beer and keep going? It's 5:43, or do you gotta go?
Let's take a piss. We'll talk about it. We'll be back.
We'll be back, guys.
Big guy.
Oh, we back, baby.
Cheers.
What's up?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Still drinking a warm beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to get a nice Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, I'm taking my time on these beers. You know, trying to drink a little be a little healthier, drink some water.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I've been
maybe not.
I haven't gotten back to the hot yoga yet.
Oh,
but I've been wanting to. But I've been very busy. Like,
I've been hitting the medicine ball workouts in the mornings.
I kind of am excited to see those medicine workouts.
You think it's not so bad in the moment.
I know how bad it is.
And then at the end of the day, you're like, I'm not that sore. And then you wake up and you're like, what the fuck?
I know exactly how it is.
And then the next day you're like,
I've worked with kettlebells and they're kind of similar.
And the next day you're like, I'm gonna do another one.
Yeah.
And I feel kind of good right now.
Because
I'm not super
they
sore.
like really get these muscles that like you didn't know you had.
Yeah, it's good.
I
feel like it's like a working man's.
It's a kind of like a full body workout in a way.
Yeah,
you're like
it is.
bending
It was 100%
down. You're using the calves and your thighs and slamming it with your arms and
your back and
you
got to
go against the resistance of what you just slammed. So you're picking it back up. And
it's a working man's
it's a
workout.
whole thing. Yeah,
it's some blue collar shit or brew collar, if you will.
Ooh,
the fucking Angus Young sitting on the edge of the table is so iconic.
I think that's my favorite addition.
Dude, it's so. And I love how real it is, like compared to the rest of the cartoon figures. It looks kind of real. It looks like some robot chicken shit.
I can see it. Dude, I kind of want to talk about pop music for a little bit.
Oh,
I started watching. I've always been very critical of pop music. I don't think I've been that critical on this podcast though.
I think you have.
I'm sure I have at some point.
Definitely last week you were.
Was it last week? What did I say last week?
Talking about how any like pop musician can like have good vocals and just be good because they're good vocalists.
Well, no, it sounds like something I would say for sure.
And they're just.
But if I could,
good.
Well, for sure,
they didn't have to work for anything. They were just pretty and good singers.
Well, we were talking about earlier, like when we talked about like what would you rather have, you'd be a lyrical genius or a grandmaster,
and then how pop artists also have people write for them and they suck.
That's factual. I mean, I can't defend that even if I wanted to. But
and how they just.
You even said like I would rather take the instrument because I think that it's a lot harder to get to the instrument versus having like that God-given talent of vocals, and then you didn't realize. You said
yeah,
you didn't realize at the time, but that was true of what you were saying was like how you felt.
But if I said no money involved, I would definitely take instrument once again.
Yeah. Yeah, I would take instrument just all around because I love instruments so much, man.
Yeah,
if I could like
beautiful, man.
If I could hit my favorite like my top 5 instruments, I would go guitar, but piano's right there with guitar.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, as much as you wouldn't think, a piano for me is like right there. And also, what's close to piano though?
Saxophone.
It's fucking drums.
Oh yeah, drums should be there. Yeah.
Listen.
So we're not including vocals in this. You're saying?
Sure. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I mean, vocals is down the list for me.
Yeah, I would say so for me too. I would say for me, it's definitely guitar number 1, drums number 2.
Saxophone was number 4 though. By the way.
Yeah, saxophone's top 5. Yeah. Number 3 for me, it's gotta be the fucking bass.
The bass.
The bass is so good.
So good. This number probably
the bass is so good. The bass is so good. And then I'm gonna go saxophone number 4. No, I'm gonna go keyboard number 4 actually. Not piano, keyboard, like synthesizer type.
Do you prefer synthesizers over like?
I'm talking like motherfucking Pink Floyd type.
I got you, yeah.
Fucking synthesizer, you know.
Maybe like a Doors or.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I've listened to a lot of the Doors, and goddamn, maybe that's part of the influence.
That might be it because you've been in the
I've
Doors.
listened to a lot of fucking classic rock, like
I've been getting
like the fucking, you know, that was fucking the Doors a little bit.
Oh yeah, it was the Door. Yeah, that was actually spot on.
What song is that? What song is that?
Damn, I can't remember. Yeah. What was the fucking it's hard to say. I remember the first time I got to the Doors, Will Ritchie, who will be shout out Will Ritchie, who will be on this podcast here soon. I mean, I haven't reached out to him, but we're going to.
Come and tell me if it's true.
He used to, dude, when he showed me the end by the Doors, and we were in like elementary school. No, I think
what the fuck is that song, dude? I can't listen to anything you're saying because I can't stop thinking about that.
Light My Fire. No,
come on, baby, light my fire.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, cool.
Try to set the night on fire. Yeah.
Girl, we couldn't get much higher. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the fucking the Jim Morrison The Doors film with Val Kilmer, it's so good. It's spot on. Val Kilmer plays an amazing role as Jim Morrison.
Kilmer is good in like everything he's in,
and then he is exceptionally good.
That is peak Val Kilmer. So that just proves to you how good his performance.
Well, have you seen
Jim
Batman?
Morrison. Dude, I would take his over George Clooney's.
Yeah, that's not saying anything. I would take my Batman. I could do better Batman than George Clooney.
Give me your best Batman.
Where are the drugs at? What do you think? That was pretty good.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Where are the drugs at?
Where are the drugs going?
I'll beat the shit out of you. Except he doesn't cuss, right?
What does he say? He says, now talk!
Now talk. Oh, man.
I was born in the darkness. Wait, that's Bane. That's Bane.
That was Bane, yeah.
Bane.
It was Bane.
That's what like Bane's.
I was born in the darkness.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's so good. That's spot on.
I didn't know I had that in me. I'm going to be honest.
You merely adopted the darkness.
Yeah,
I was born in the darkness. Fucking Tom Hardy is so good in that movie.
Dude, like, you don't even
He's
know
so
it's Tom Hardy.
You don't need to.
You don't need to.
You don't need to.
Heather
People say he's just a pretty face. He's a fucking good actor.
He is a good actor.
If you guys don't think he's a good actor, go watch The Revenant.
Heather has this.
The Revenant.
She shits on Tom Hardy. I think it's a hip runner, but she honestly, it's not that. It's she connects it to like she's like I think in 15 years or 10 years something like some sexual allegations.
She thinks he's a shitty person.
Is gonna She says
maybe see that.
She was like. I don't know what it is, but like my radar, my instincts, my intent. Where was
her rape dar?
Where was your antennas?
I don't know what that's from.
That's Friday after next.
Oh,
with
wow.
Cat Williams as the pimp.
Fuck, dude. And him and Terry Crews in the fucking bathroom.
I don't remember.
He gets handcuffed to the fucking toilet, and fucking Terry
Cat Williams?
Crews. Yeah, and Terry Crews starts like trying to fuck him because Terry Crews is gay.
I don't remember Terry Crews and Friday
Cat
After
Williams. It's fucking Cat Williams handcuffed to the damn toilet. Which I don't remember which one that was.
That's right. It had
definitely
to be.
Friday After Next. Yeah,
Friday
that's the
After
only one
Next,
that Cat Williams was in.
Because I've watched Friday and Friday.
I'm pretty sure it's Terry Crews. I gotta pull this up.
Yeah, I watched Friday and Next Friday, and yeah, neither one of those guys are in either one of those. So it's Friday After Next for sure. Friday After Next was like funny, but it was a letdown.
Maybe it wasn't Terry Crews. It was definitely some fucking swole ass dude, like kind of like the part, like the same part that Terry Crews plays, which is that ridiculous, almost flamboyant, fucking swole ass black dude. Yeah.
Well, dude, what's the best trilogy that ever existed in movies?
Oh, it was Terry Crews. Fuck yeah, it was Terry Crews. Okay, I'm not saying they all the same. I was like approaching that territory. I was approaching that territory.
Okay, so because you're like okay, muscular
black guy. It must be Terry Crews. It was Terry Crews.
Was like the muscular black guy in so many movies. Though.
Yeah, it was Terry Crews.
So,
I was right.
Okay,
I wasn't being an asshole there.
You almost was racist.
I was almost racist,
but
yeah,
you're not.
Sure. I was like worried. I was like, oh god, shaking a little bit, a little sweat, like on Key and Peele, the sweat running down my face.
Oh, as long as you're not into that like animal shit. What was the best like trilogy?
Oh, the best trilogy
in movies.
The Dark Knight is so good.
Dark Knight's good. Indiana Jones trilogy is good.
Yeah, fuck that. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I hadn't seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is good, dude. It makes you pull for. It's very character driven.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. People say that's some of the best like hero.
It is
films.
It is. I saw all of them in theaters. They were good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
I used to fucking love Lord of the Rings.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have told anybody.
Yeah. I used to play
the games were good as fuck.
The fucking me and Zach Morris. Shout out fucking Zach Morris. I know he's not watching or listening.
Maybe he is.
But me and fucking Zach Morris, I could too. Me and Zach Morris used to play Lord of the Rings co-op at the house.
Wow.
It was the Two Towers. It was,
I remember that. I remember that
fucking
game.
amazing.
You start off with the big fucking battle. I can picture it in my head.
Yeah. And you would like pick a guy and you would like level him up and like kind of take the own like the certain path as far as skills go. It was like an RPG. You know?
Yeah, right.
It's a lot of fun.
Fuck yeah. The best trilogies in films. I've definitely got to take. I've got to take The Dark Knight up there pretty fucking high.
Yeah.
I don't want to put The Godfather because I hadn't seen the third one.
The third one sucked ass.
Yeah, I've heard the third one's pretty bad.
But 1 and 2 were like the greatest films ever made.
Let's see. Well, our camera just got out. We just lost. We're out of memory.
I know it's been running for a little while.
Yeah, it's been running for 3 hours because we've been taking so many piss breaks.
Yeah, for real. We can close it out.
Fuck, I really don't want to. We were getting.
Well, let's keep going. I mean, we don't have to, right?
I mean, we can just have the fucking guy walking for the rest of the video.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
I mean, we got 4 viewers on YouTube. Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Our viewers are on Anchor now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Spotify guys now.
Hell yeah, I like it. I feel like more people listen on Spotify than they do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
YouTube. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Have we even looked at the Spotify numbers?
I forget to. I think it's like 7 every episode or something.
It's better than YouTube at this point. Respect. I kind of thought that it would end up that way, honestly.
It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I think the best trilogies. I don't know, man. It's hard to like think about them.
It really is because I don't have one that stands out for me.
Maybe Spider-Man. The Spider-Man trilogy is fucking like the first 3 Spider-Man movies are so goddamn good.
Yeah.
The first thing I think of is The Dark Knight. Dark Knight was the first. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. I think those are the fucking phenomenal movies, man. They're so good.
Yeah, for sure. They are good. I don't like.
What about you? What do you think?
I don't know. I really don't know. That's kind of what brought me to this point. Is like, I mean, yeah, Lord of the Rings is the first one that comes to mind, and like Christopher Nolan, Batman's, and then. I want to put like
the poster right behind you.
Yeah, the Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The Godfather comes up there, but like Godfather 3 wasn't good. Back to the Future 3, I don't even remember that being a thing.
Now I'm looking at posters in here to see if I can get some info. 1,000 Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and what the movie 36.
Yeah, and Lords of Salem. I've never seen Lords of Salem either. Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness. I never watched Army of Darkness though. I have to say, a lot of people hated on Army of Darkness.
I've heard it was good.
Army of Darkness is actually pretty good.
Okay, so maybe
from what I remember, I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
Maybe that's a solid trilogy.
20 years is probably accurate.
Kill Bill whenever they come out with the third one. Whenever Quentin does it.
I hope he doesn't. But if we get 2 movies, I'd rather I could take it. Yeah, it can't be the final.
I hope the first one is something original, and then he's like, fuck it, I'll do one more.
Yeah,
that's Kill Bill
for sure. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's hard.
Trilogy is tough.
Now I'm starting to look at the picture, the stickers on the.
And none of them have even
Jaws. The first Jaws is the only one. The first 2 is the only.
Yeah, the first 2 for sure.
Yeah, that's the only ones. God damn, I don't know.
Jaws. I mean, I know a lot like Jaws.
I thought we're brain farting. Please help us out.
Yeah, help us out in the comment section.
Help us out.
I feel like we're missing some like
shameless plug. Please help us out in the comment section and tell your friends about us.
Yeah, and hit the like and subscribe. If you're listening on YouTube or Spotify, then just switch over to YouTube.
And if you're on Spotify, then give us a 5-star rating, please.
Yeah, Jaws. I feel like, dude, Jaws is so terrifying. Yeah, but a lot of people shit on it because you're like, oh, there's a shark. Just get out of the water.
Oh my god, dude, shut the fuck up.
Dude, have you ever seen Between the Two Ferns?
Oh, Zach Galifianakis.
Shit is fucking comedy gold.
It's genius. He's so funny. And he has everyone on there.
He was talking shit to Steve Carell. It was like the trailer. Heather loves Between the Two Ferns.
Have you watched it?
I've seen a good bit of it. I've never watched it in its entirety, but I have seen clips and I watched Heather watch it while I was playing a game or something. So it was kind of in my peripheral. But when Steve Carell was on there, Steve Carell said some fat joke, and Zach Galifianakis was like all down and was like, oh yeah, he was like, well, some people think that like, oh yeah, there's that guy out there swimming, or oh my God, there's a shark out there, but no, it's really you just doing a backstroke.
Yeah,
and your nose is giant.
And
I was
so
like,
good. It's like it really catches you off guard.
yeah, you're like, because he seems so sad and like,
not to get political, but that was one he did with Hillary Clinton, and he was like,
oh, show me the emails or something.
yeah, he was shitting on her about it, and then he goes, and she's like, oh well, you can just take that up with whatever. He goes, oh, I'll email you. Like it was like fucking 0-second reaction, like immediate. Oh, I'll email you. Oh, okay, I'll email you.
Oh, the funniest one was, I think it was Matthew McConaughey. He was like, out of all the things you've done and all the awards you've won, how surprised are you that you won one in acting? And he was like, what the fuck, man?
That's the only thing he's done. That's the only thing he's fucking done.
You've won like a Grammy in acting or whatever. He's like, how surprised are you?
A Grammy in acting. That's new.
Oh, Oscar. Sorry.
That's new.
Mascuzi.
God damn it. Fucking road trip or Euro trip?
Euro trip.
Euro trip, yeah.
Euro trip. Yeah, Road Trip was another good one, though.
So, Euro trip is basically, or Hostel is basically Euro trip, but not comedy.
100%. Yes. Yeah, I agree with that.
Hostel's an underrated film.
Eli Roth, right?
Yeah.
Produced by Quentin Tarantino.
Were they?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah,
that doesn't surprise me.
Hostels was produced by, I mean, you can see the connection between Eli Roth and Inglourious Basterds acting for him. That's one of my favorite. That's kind of what got me into Eli Roth was when he was shooting down, and when he's got in Inglourious Basterds, when he's got the Thompson, and he's shooting down on like the people in the theater. He's like,
fucking brain is fucking.
He's
like breathing
fucking
it in,
popping.
It's like a dope. It's like
he's dialed
to
in.
him.
He doesn't give a fuck.
It's like dope to him.
Yeah,
he's sucking in the fucking
him and Donovan DeCoco.
Dominic DeCoco.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Dominic.
Dominic. I said Donovan.
Yeah.
Dominic. Yeah.
Dominic DeCoco. Gorlami.
He's in there with him, and they're both got like two Thompsons, and they're just popping them.
And then they look down at Hitler, and they go right on his brain.
And Hitler's fucking just, you see the whole.
There's nothing left. There's fucking meat shit.
Eli Roth is just, you feel the fucking.
There's meat splattering off the ground.
The darkness in his eyes and his face when he's shooting and killing. Like it seems real.
He's a fucking serial killer.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's like those guys were doing it for good, but like, I think it kind of alludes to the fact that like most people in the military that have to go to war and kill people, yeah, they're doing it because they are trying to be good for the country, but they're also like sick fucks that are wanting to kill people.
And I think there's something to that.
And I know that's like
that's probably controversial.
Kind of controversial, yeah.
But I think that it might not be the majority, or it might be the majority of what you're saying.
And you look at a lot of,
regardless of whether it's the majority or not, it does exist.
Well, you look at like 50% of the serial killers, like the biggest serial killers, never in the military.
Yeah. Fuck.
Like fucking BTK killer and what's the guy, the clown guy?
John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy, and even fucking dude that goddamn Evan Peters just did.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer was in the military. You look at all these.
Yeah, man. I just want to take a couple pictures.
Did you finish that?
I've seen episode 1.
Oh yeah.
You talked me out of watching it.
Yeah, I had to do it. I couldn't let you watch it.
You said by episode 6, you're like, this is the same shit every episode.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, it's cool the first episode, and then you realize every episode is episode 1. And I was like, okay.
No, it's not. It gives you some backstory, but like, I would rather watch a documentary about it. A documentary about it tells you new shit.
Okay. I got you.
There was some the Ted Bundy tapes. That's a good fucking documentary.
Really? Was that Efron?
Yeah, watch that.
I have to say that Evan Peters was the perfect casting.
Evan Peters is awesome.
It doesn't get any better than that.
And there's some fucking iconic scenes in that.
Yeah.
In that
he makes you like he brings you into that character. He sucks you into that character for sure.
Yeah.
And I've seen one
might
episode.
Suck you
he might
into that character.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah. Wait, what did I say?
Huh? What was that? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Evan Peters really played that role well. Super well.
Yeah, he killed it. And like the glasses and the fucking blonde hair, just all of it.
His mannerisms was very odd, and
he's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
I don't know if you ever watched American Horror Story, but
that's the first time I've ever seen him.
That first season of American Horror Story was beautiful
so good.
Performance.
Yeah, there's a new movie that's coming out that's made by the same guy. It might be on Netflix right now. It's made by the same guy who does American Horror Story. But the reason why I didn't watch it was because it was made by the guy who created the American Horror Story.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
But I was very interested because it was by the guy who created American Horror Story.
That guy did some. He's a sick fuck. He had some sick shit in those fucking movies.
Yeah, he did, which kind of made me interested. But also, he has like needless sex scenes, like absurdly needless sex scenes.
Yeah, especially I don't know if you ever seen Did you watch The Hotel?
That one was ridiculous.
There was one scene where this guy goes to lay down in the hotel, and it kind of had like The Shining influence for sure because of the hotel thing. But this guy goes to lay down in his bedroom, and it's on like this forbidden floor or whatever, and he lays down, and this dude comes out of the fucking mattress, and he's got a drill as a penis, and he fucking rapes the dude. And this was some of the most uncomfortable I've ever been watching shit.
Ooh, what's the most uncomfortable I've ever been watching stuff?
That is one of them.
That has
because it shows the
I
shit. Like it's not fucking good. Yeah.
You know,
like that stuck with. I haven't watched that in fucking 5 years.
Yeah.
It stuck with me like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen after season 1. I never watched American.
Season 1 was great.
But I have to say, as far as like horror shit and like weird shit that stuck with me. I think
what's the one? I Spit on Your Grave.
Dude, that is one. I don't know if I've seen it.
That's a fucked up film.
I feel like I've seen it before.
They remade it, but the original is so fucked up. It's about.
I think the remake was fucked up too, though.
Yeah, they were both fucked up, but definitely the original was.
I feel like I could get that mixed up. Well,
the original showed a little more. That's what made it more fucked up, I think.
And that was probably like the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, that's what made it so fucked up because they didn't have that filter of like you can't show this.
Yeah,
so they showed it.
The late 70s showed a lot of shit like Texas Chainsaw Massacre of like murder and like murder. Yeah, people getting like hit with hammers and caught up with saws and shit.
Keep going. I'm listening.
You would never see. And then the 80s came and it was more like Dirty Dancing and Back to the Future and kind of like more white people pop culture shit.
White people shit.
Yeah. Like Roadhouse was a good movie.
Roadhouse is an awesome movie.
I watched it the other night for the 100th time.
I did too.
So fucking good.
Yeah. What's his name? With the fucking big ass mustache. Tom.
No, it's Elliot.
Tim Elliott.
No. Oh. Fuck.
What's his name? I just fucked you up. I'm sorry.
Damn, it's Elliot though. Fuck. What's his name?
Elliot. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn. What's the fucking?
Oh, it hurts. It hurts not to know it. He is so likable though.
Oh, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Damn, that's what I was going.
Yeah, Sam Elliott.
That's a bad motherfucker.
Sam Elliott, fuck it. I was like, I looked at Heather was watching
Jeff Healey.
Jeff Healey's in that motherfucker
so
too.
Cool.
He's so good.
He's so
too.
good.
He's so
blind
good.
Guitarist, just shredding.
Yeah. The opening scene is him shredding, and Heather's like, "What's the guitarist name? Something Healey?" I was like, "Jeff Healey."
That.
Yeah.
I like that.
And she was like, damn, what she said? She was like, "Oh, I was looking at her. Goes, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been to multiple bars and multiple clubs. I've never seen two bouncers look like those two dudes.
No, they're always jacked as fuck.
No, those two motherfuckers are like super buff, super ripped, and also have Hollywood faces.
Oh yeah, true.
And then you go to the bar, it's usually like a guy who can't fight but looks big, who looks intimidating, or like a fat dude with a gut who looks like he can squat and bench.
But he's also
400.
6'5".
Yeah, it's just like guys who look the part. But like I've never seen like Sam Elliott, who's like the most attracted dude who ever had white hair.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's the best. Is that the best mustache of all? No,
it's Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt's the best mustache of all time.
I'm gonna make an
Burt,
argument.
Burt Reynolds is another one.
I'll make another argument.
Oh man, you're gonna have to come at me strong with this one.
Tom Selleck.
Okay,
Magnum PI.
Tom Selleck is
that's the best mustache of all time.
He's up there. I'm gonna go Dale Earnhardt though.
I'm going the best mustache of all time is Tom Selleck.
Come on, let us know in the comments, baby, because I think
Tom Selleck, Dale Earnhardt, or Burt Reynolds. It's not even Burt Reynolds. It's not even Burt Reynolds. It's Tom Selleck or Dale Earnhardt.
Nah, Burt Reynolds has his place.
Yeah, but not.
But I'm
dude,
with
Tom
you, though.
he still has it,
He
man.
still got it. He still got it.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna
dude,
do
Dale Earnhardt was the fucking stash, dude.
Yeah, he was.
But Tom Selleck's up there with those dudes.
Dude, he still has a badass mustache, and he dyes that bitch just to be that guy.
Burt Reynolds got the fucking mustache too, though.
Yeah, but Tom Selleck had the mustache before Dale Earnhardt and Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I think that definitely matters.
Maybe.
It's iconic as fuck. Dude, that shit's the size of my fucking arm.
Dude, Dale Earnhardt? When you think of Dale Earnhardt, you think of fucking mustache,
man and mustache.
A fucking grown man with a fucking mustache and can race the shit out of a fucking race car.
Okay, yeah, but is that a good thing to think about?
I don't
people?
care.
If I thought about Hitler, I think man, mustache.
Okay, Hitler, you think of mustache out of the gate, right?
And
out of the gate.
And I think comb over.
Yeah, I think mustache for sure.
I think mustache.
I think dead
evil.
people, mustache.
No, mustache, dead people.
Comb over. Actually, I think a comb over,
mustache, dead
people.
I think that's a good way to fucking end this bitch.
We got shit to do. I should have been gone 30 minutes ago.
Fuck, dude. Hey,
we love. Well, the camera's not on. I was deucing out.
Cheers,
but,
deuce to you guys.
Cheers, you guys. We love you. Hey, tell your friends about us.
Tell your friends about us.
That's all we can ask.
Tell them you know a guy that fucking knows a guy. All
Yeah.
right. Hey,
all right.
see you guys.
See you guys.